Hello, it's Selene with Swanky Mountain and at Murray Designs on Instagram. And I am coming here today to talk about A Verse in Color by Stephanie Shyman. Hopefully I said that right. This pattern, if you follow me on my, what I lovingly call my Ninstagram, was not my most favorite pattern. The yarn, however, I adore. So, here's my finish. So the yarn has this beautiful gradient to it, which is fantastic. And Wonderland, so the yarn and the pattern both came from Frabjous Fibers and Wonderland Yarns. Their yarn is one of my favorites. It washes up beautifully, it holds up nicely, the color holds well after many washes, extended use. I have a scarf in particular at home that I knit with a mini skein set from them that I've worn many times and washed many times, and it still looks as beautiful as the day that I cast it off. And I anticipate that this cow will do the same. So I knit this with my Addi Rocket Squareds size, let's see, just checking my notes, size 4. I tend to be a loose knitter, and full disclosure, I did have to make some minor modifications towards the end of my project because I ran out of yarn because I didn't check gauge. But as an experienced knitter, this was very simple for me to do. It's obvious when I hold it up that this end of ribbing is not the same length as this end, which is not how the design is written. However, when you are wearing it, oh, let me take this out before I poke myself. Those kinds of things you don't notice, so it is fine. So, yeah. Things that I did not love about this pattern. The round count on the pattern is worked such that each section is listed, excuse me, like choking on my own spit today. Each section is written, so for example, the first section is written rounds 1 through 15, or rounds 1 through 13, and then it wants you to repeat those sections several more times, and then it continues counting with row 14 and 15, which is not the actual row count, which could be confusing for some knitters. Let's see. The instructions for an SSK could be clearer. I did this as a class, and so a lot of the challenges that we encountered were from working with beginning level knitters. And the pattern is written in such a way that any intermediate or advanced level knitter would be able to follow it without much ado. It's just, there's some editorial choices that I personally would have done differently, and caused some challenges like the round count for my beginning level lace knitters. But it does, the yarn drapes beautifully, looks fabulous on. There's one, the picture and the instructions don't entirely match up either, which was confusing for some of my knitters. I don't personally tend to follow the photos, so I did not personally notice this, but that was pointed out to me by someone who is knitting it along with us. So yeah, don't follow the pictures. If you just follow the instructions, you'll be fine. I think that's it. I did have to block it pretty aggressively just to get the, I shouldn't say aggressively, I did have to very carefully block it to get everything to open up. But yeah, see, it's beautiful, fabulous, and the gradient is amazing. So there you have it, a Verson color, my review and feedback on the cowl. This will not be something that I will be knitting again, but it is yarn I will most definitely be using again.